All right, I believe we are good to go. Stream's looking good. Numbers are coming in green. We're live over on Rumble. I gotta say, I am impressed. Not to humble brag about my PC, but this thing handles quite a bit of work. I've got more than one PC. I could do a dual streaming PC setup. I just don't because it's too much work. I got it all running off one bad boy, and this thing is doing it. Let me tell you what. What's going on, Guardians? My name is the Black Link, and we are back once again on Thursday, February, what is today, the 27th? Yeah. Or April, not February. I got the day right, the wrong month. April 27th. We have returned back again, and about time too, for a good old time. To have a little bit of fun in the world of Destiny 2. I hope you guys are having yourselves a good week. Mine is going. It's going. We'll see how well the week finishes up, but it is going pretty darn good. I hope you guys have been well. For those of you who were here for yesterday's live stream, I hope you enjoyed. It was a lot of fun. We talked some real nonsense yesterday. Some very real nonsense. All good in the neighborhood, though. Today, just going to be playing around with a few things. Got a little bit less time to stream today than I did yesterday, so we won't be going quite as long. Not going to be an all-night endeavor. Like last time. But, let's see, gonna be testing out. I've been making some builds and messing around with stuff. I kind of got bit by the build making bug after we got off stream yesterday. And so I am kind of messing around with some of my builds. Gonna be testing a few of them out. Or maybe just finalizing one build. Trying to finalize my basic Void build here. Basically a mix between, the Osteoshriga, Necrotic Grips, top tier stuff for Strand Warlock. There's really only 2 or 3 Strand Warlock builds that are even close to viable, and this is probably the best of the bunch. This one mixes in the effects of stuff like destabilizing rounds. I can swap out for something with Repulsor Brace to get some extra defense in there as well. But it's basically continuous Threadling spam, poison, and void debuffs, plus explosions. Plus bricks from beyond, because of course, I don't go anywhere without my corrective measure. Been working pretty well. Let's see what we can do with it today. Yo, 30, what's up, man? Says, what's up? Been a while. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome back. Good to see ya. Hey, Shiloh. Good morning to you, girl. Over on the Rumble side of things, Chrono, what's up, brother? Says, I swore today was Friday. No. Not quite, man. You're almost there. You're almost getting there. I have a book ready to write down builds. Girl, just get on Dim. When I finalize builds, I usually either make a short video about them or just make a Dim link and share it on YouTube and in the Discord. I'll send it to you. How you guys doing this Thursday morning? I hope you're well. Dude, I'm going insane. I have a concert on Sunday. Yeah, you told us your date number 2 concert. That sounds like it's gonna be fun. Yeah, that sounds like it's going to be a good time. Lord, how long is this going to take? Thank you. Matchmaking has been kind of wild since the updates went live. I don't know if anybody else is having that problem. But like PvP takes forever to get into a game. Oh, this is a different date? Man, you are all concerted up. This man's all about his music festivals. I dig it, though. I dig it. Oh, I don't know. I don't play PvP. I mean, Nikki, you make the right choice. PvP in this game is questionable at best.
Despite our best efforts,
oh, you know what? Oh, we're running this. Might as well go ahead and level up some weapons as well.
No arguments here. Let's bring him down.
Wait, how close was I to getting my pinnacle? Oh, I'm so close. Alright. We'll test the other build first. Oh, that's the PvP one. There we go. This way I at least get my pinnacle drop from this. Make it mostly worth my time. Away we go. I legit don't play PvP for this game unless I'm 100% forced to, which being and forcing you with being a weapon that has an insane PvE roll. Oh, yeah, so you mean something like Immortal? Which is good for both PvE and PvP? Every now and again we get weapons in PvE or PvP that are really good for PvP. Or PvP that are really good for PvE and vice versa. It's a shame, because I don't hate the PvP in this game. I like PvP in general. But man, their balance is just fallen by the wayside. It's clear that PvP, the Crucible itself, is not a priority for Bungie. Oh, you know what? I'm using a perfect example of a great PvP weapon that's great in PvE. Riptide. Riptide is one of the best PvE fusions you can get right now. It's great for stopping basically all champions. It's good damage. Only way to get it is PvP. Rude. Oh yeah, Reed's Regret too. Thank you, sir. I'll take that. I will take the Arc Buddy. Fire. Boop. I actually need to get on and actually spend all my season engrams. I mean, can you focus Riptide? I don't remember if you can. If you can focus Riptide, it's just that. Otherwise, we were talking about this the other day. The focusing options for Crucible, kind of weak right now. Which is funny, because Zavala's got basically banger after banger after banger in his inventory. But, Shaxx has got garbage. little I do play as an Iron Banner, I dig that, Shiloh. That's, you know, honestly, Iron Banner can be hot garbage, but it's probably the best time to hop into PvP. Because they turn the reward drops way up in Iron Banner. Like if you're trying to get a decent autumn wind, that's the best way to get it. I have like 85 Crucible engrams just sitting there. Yeah, hopefully next season they swap up the inventory there and give us some better options. It's incredible how bad they are. A little crazy.
The Hive have figured out a way to store our light.
They're creating batteries to power their rituals. We need to shut this down now.
Oop. Yoink. Ugh, butterflies. Let's see, what weapons from Shax's history could they add to that pool? Barring, of course, crazy outliers like can't be pinnacle weapons. I'm all for them re-adding pinnacle weapons to the game, especially some of the older ones, making them re-earnable with some new perks. But that should be like that should be something that you get for, I don't know, ranking up your Crucible or whatever. I guess they could add Autumn Wind to his focusing. That's a weapon from current season that's just absolutely top tier. One of the best dueling pulse rifles in PvP. It's odd that that's actually not in his focusing pool. What other weapons could you guys think of? What other stuff would you like to see focusable at Shaxx? No, I don't want that. Besides, the weapons we're getting now are on par with pinnacle weapons. Oh, you don't want the return of Recluse? I really don't think it'd be as bad as you're thinking. We've got weapons now that are way more powerful than Recluse was.
I've got his trail.
Way more powerful than Recluse was.
The Guardian will be the one to engage them.
I understand.
There's a lot of variety in the game now. I mean, shoot, they've added in weapons that had some of those perks, like Desperado. It's just available on certain weapons now, like Messenger and whatnot. And it was Desperado that made Redrix's Claymore busted. Yo, Eric Valhalla, what's up, dude? Welcome to the live stream. Good to see you over there on the Rumble side of things. Those who might be a little confused, we do dual stream to Rumble and YouTube. Still miss using my Recluse. That's because it was pretty. Could you imagine using Recluse with getting like a subsistence roll or something on it? There you go, boys. Yeah, I think adding those back is not necessarily taking the place of the pursuit weapons that we have each season now, but as an additional reward for
Those projections of
ranking up your
but they do real damage.
ranking up your Crucible.
Drive it through the witch
Getting Lord Shaxx all ranked up and reset. Look at how big the enemy density is in here. Why are you running all the way over there? Whew. Looking for more D2 players on Rumble? Not a lot of us. I'm trying to increase those numbers. Every day I'm telling more people, hey, hop over to Rumble. Better platform, supports free speech, is nicer to its content creators. Far less censorious. Good place for gaming. My agility is so high when you pick this up that I can literally jump out of bounds. I got them hops. These battlegrounds have been gone so long, it feels like other people forgot how to play them. I'm the only one synaptic spearing savvy Sabathoon. Come on. No. There we go. Battleground done. I don't remember if they announced it, but Randy's throwing knife is returning. Yes, it is. And it's going to be interesting. Rapid fire scouts are in a better place now than they were when Randy's was first introduced. But without a change to its base stats,
We're all clear.
I kind of wonder how well it's actually going to perform.
I expect your report to be personally delivered to my desk before sundown. You have a long way to go to make up for what you've done.
Yes, sir. Commander. I understand.
Alright, this was back when everybody was still mean to Crow. Aw, poor Crow. Head to the tower and grab some upgrade mats. Oh, hey. They saw fit to give us a Vanguard engram. Will we go turn that into a Nightfall weapon? Let's see. What other Crucible weapons would we want to see? Yeah, probably none of the auto rifles. None of those are great. Knowing Bungie, it would be like they'd throw in some old scout rifle stuff like Adverse Possession. I wouldn't mind Pleiades Corrector. That thing was a banger back in the day. Have you done GMs so far? Yes. Not all of them. Enough of them. Enough that I can focus adept hung juries. Let's see, do I want to get another Malicious Birthright or another hung jury? I've already got 2 decently rolled hung juries. Still waiting on the shoot to loot kinetic tremors roll. But I do want to get a lead from gold Malicious Birthright. There, let's test that. Yeah, let's go. Take a peep at Shaxx anyway.
Why can't those rookies in the Crucible be more like you?
Yeah, see, none of his current offering is really worthwhile outside of Riptide and maybe Blowout. Blowout's one of those rockets that you can get a decent combination on. It's, I think, Demolitionist and like Explosive Light or something like that. But Riptide is just a top-tier fusion rifle, specifically for PvE. Auto-loading chill clip, shoot, feeding frenzy chill clip. It shuts down basically every type of champion in the game. Disorienting spike nade, smart drift, volatile launch, grave robber, one for all. Started off hot, cooled down. But yeah, of all the things Shax has got, it's definitely Riptide that's worth getting. You want to definitely get a chill clip variant of this. Crisis Inverted. Omelon 140. It's not bad. Crisis Inverted has some good options to it, and it feels more stable than other hand cannons of its archetype, but its stats don't stack up to stuff like Ostringer, Ias Luna. Survivor's Epitaph's interesting too, because it's got, as a 180, it's got some interesting kill clip combinations that you can get on it that sort of make it viable, but at the same time, you have to basically get such a high, you have to reach such a high bar to basically make it compete with the 140s. 180s need a revamp entirely. Frozen Orbit's a good sniper, but there's a million good snipers in the game. Everything it can do, Supremacy can do. Keening's definitely a decent sidearm, but again, it's kind of overshadowed by a giant pool of sidearms. If you're gonna run sidearms in PvP, I mean, why not just grab an allied demand from Iron Banner? And Stars in Shadow, I find more use with that with that pulse rifle in PvE than I do PvP. Go up to running some Iron Banner later tonight? Maybe. Depends on when I get back. I usually work till a little after midnight. If it's that late when I get back, absolutely not. I'm going to be coming back and going to sleep. There's nothing worse. The matchmaking's already really bad right now. There's nothing worse than post-midnight matchmaking with Iron Banner. I got to hop on and do this for the week too. Not looking forward to that. Cloud Strike is my baby. Yep, see? Cloud Strike is a much better sniping option. Whew. Every week for trials, I gotta whip that thing out. Was it one? Hooray, it's daily reset time, everybody. I gotta do my Nightfalls for this week. You want to start leveling up retrofit, so hop over to Grand Build. This will be my third leveled retrofit. This time around, I'm going to go for probably 4th time's the charm and Vorpal weapon. Vorpal has some interesting sort of glitchy mix-ups with Osteostriga and the Necrotic Grip Poison. If you poison a bunch of enemies and then swap over to Vorpal, the poison basically just stays active forever and just continually spreads. Vorpal has that effect on a lot of status effects right now. Does the same thing for Incandescent. So it will finish up our Defiance for this week. Getting ready to go in myself, get off at 10. Man, I know that feel. I go in a few hours, and I am there till after midnight. Does Banshee have anything good? I didn't check. I'll take a peep at that when I get back. What do you think they're going to do with Commander Zavala? Probably write him out of the story. Like, have him die right as Amanda gets revived. Have Amanda be a Titan, make her the head of the Vanguard. Knowing Bungie's writers, that's probably what they'll do. And to be fair, there's not much else that they can do.
Can't believe Amanda's really gone.
It's a really unfortunate scenario.
In the light.
Even if she was, she would no longer longer be Amanda. That's a different kind of pain altogether. But we cannot change the past. We can only
I mean, Savathun was still Savathun. This whole notion of people losing their memories when they get the light. I mean, why does that still have to happen? Mixing between Necrotic Grip and Osteostriga and Strand is just so silly. Constant poison, constant orbs, constant woven mail. If you're running that that fragment that turns it or makes it so that woven mail creates threads. Have infinite threads too. Pretty good. Titan and Hunter are definitely the best for Strand builds. Don't ever let it be said that Warlock can't hang. It absolutely can. It just takes a little bit more setup and also a very, very specific build. There's like two that work. Between the Necrotic Grips, I think there's another one that works pretty well that you basically throw out a Strand weapon, so put on Rufus's Fury or Perpetualis if you've got a crafted one. Perpetualis, I know it's a little controversial to say, but actually can be better than Rufus's Fury in PvE. If you craft it up and basically make it so that it's a combo I would go for is probably Enhanced Killing Wind, Enhanced Golden Tricord, then Perpetualis basically just becomes a damage monster. You can mix it in with a couple of the artifact mods and Verity's Brow to just turn it into a massively powerful weapon. I got Subsistence Kinetic Tremors. That's still not bad, 30. If you're talking about the Hung Jury, that's not bad. Kinetic Tremors is the optimal final perk on it, and really there's a couple of really viable options for its primary perk. Rapid Hit's good, Subsistence is good, Kinetic Tremors, you know, it works with all of those. The reason Shoot to Loot is the god roll is just because Kinetic Tremors will activate Shoot to Loot, so it kind of becomes this infinite loop. If you have any kind of ammo on the ground, Kinetic Tremors will automatically pick it up, and it's going to work with, it works with Orbs of Light now, I think, too. I think that was a change they made in the mid-season update. It's crazy how powerful Woven Mail is. There's no way that perk is surviving, like, past this season. They're definitely gonna do something to it because it's just so much damage resistance. And I mean, there's a lot of ways to survive damage in this game. Restoration times 2 loops are pretty easy to set up, especially with Warlock. Repulsor Brace, destabilizing Devour loops basically make you unkillable so long as there are enemies. Woven Mail is just, it's just crazy damage reduction. You run right out into the middle of enemies and don't care. As long as there's an Orb of Light, you're good. Something like 60% damage reduction. Just absolutely insane. I do love the combinations we have this season. A lot of fun.
I sense a thinning in the barrier
Exactly.
of the worlds. Your
It's such a shit situation to be in as a writer.
Such opportunities will become apparent.
Yeah.
Continue to master my power, and you will
For
reach
Savathun, she set it up to have an attendant remind her later. Yeah, but the attendant was apparently us. It still wasn't very well explained. The entire notion, again, of losing your memories, I don't know if that needs to be a thing anymore. Especially now that, you know, Crow has his memories back. Like, he's not a separate kid. They keep trying to play it as him being a separate character from Uldren. He's not. That's what the entire, you know, last season was about. Overcoming who you were and remembering who he was. Savathun gave him his memories back, so it can happen for basically anybody. No, no. Balls away. Dang. Got a little too jumpy there. Next season for orbs? Okay, so they couldn't get that done for the mid-season update. Still, gonna be a crazy, crazy beneficial thing next season. Get threaded. Retrofit Escapade, such a fun gun. Especially with destabilizing being a thing now. Getting volatile just by picking up an orb. And the classic build for it of just having 4th times the charm plus target lock is still really good. Oh, okay. That's fair.
Our captives have been in here a while.
What's the benefit of leveling exotic weapons? There isn't one.
Commander told me they were treated here.
For Ostia, and you can, I mean, you can only do that for a few of them. And I guess, you know what, it's not fair to say there isn't one. Ostiostriga is a crafted exotic from the start of the Witch Queen.
Air freshener.
And benefit of leveling it up was, I think, like to unlock the catalyst. But because it's technically a crafted weapon, it still gets levels. Dicks. How dare you? Just because I stopped to explain something to an audience in the middle of our battleground does not mean you get to run forward and start the boss fight and rob me of heavy. If I weren't using bricks from beyond to cheese and basically have infinite heavy weapons, I would be truly upset. No, I wouldn't. Crazy to me how stable this thing is. I'll take that woven mail, thank you. Yeah, pop in. I'm mad. It physically hit the thrall and bounced away. Dang. Wizard is big mad. That's what happens when you don't res, teammate. Also, we suck. Who dies on a battleground? You sharing these builds in the Discord? Yes, sir. By the way, hello, Gray Fox. Good to see you, brother. Using Wave Splitter? That's very based. Wave Splitter is top tier right now. No. Hold this. Alright, take two. First one was an ammo run. Any good arc builds for Warlocks? Yes, actually, I'm working on one right now. Haven't finalized it yet. Still trying to perfect a few things. But it basically also uses Necrotic Grip, and the entire theme around it is infinite melee. So you can just do the little charge sliding melee. Can't remember the name of it, but constantly. And because that particular melee triggers Necrotic Grip's poison on the arc hits, you can basically poison an entire room with a single melee. Are you, okay, I guess you just don't want to. You don't want to complete the fight. I got you, Brewery Jake. I feel you. You're not a delivery man. You're a shoesting man. Hold this, gentleman. When I finish that build, though, Gray Fox, I'll post it up for y'all. Bloop. But yeah, it's all about ionic traces. You can generate just a buttload of ionic traces really quickly. And with those, it basically makes it so that you get your melees back. Really in no time at all. I don't think either one of these guys is actually throwing orbs. Nope, they're just killing wizards and waiting. Alright, okay. Well, I'll be the delivery man. I got you. Hold this. Again, I'll respect it because he's using Wave Splitter. Also, next season we're getting pretty much what is Seeking Orbs, but use class ability near an orb and it picks it up. Yeah, that's going to be really helpful. Knock, knock. Yo, Lord Darkon, what's up? Says, it's up TBL, it's Cordell from YouTube. Where the Namicos at? Oh, the Namicos are here. They exist on Rumble. Though the hot tub stream meta hasn't picked up yet on Rumble.
Let's get back to it.
It'll be interesting if that happens. Yo, Rox, what's up, brother? Good to see you, man. I saw Bungo rolled back that weapon XP buff from Guardian Games. Yeah, that's weird that they mentioned it. They kind of implied that Guardian Games was going to depositing metals was going to get you weapon XP so you could use it to level your crafted weapons, and then they walked that back. Why? Wait, but why though? Why doesn't it get you deep side experience? Is there a legitimate reason for it not to? I don't think so. Outlaw of Vorpal. Ricochet and armor piercing. Barrel small bore. This had arrowhead break. This would actually be a pretty decent PvP option. Though I'd want something different than Vorpal. Vorpal's still viable in PvP. I'd be looking for something a little diffy. Something that hits a little diffy. Probably saw some abuse coming from a mile away. No fun allowed. Yeah. But it's weapon XP. Like, what does that even matter? There's a great weapon XP farm in the game right now just using story missions. Like, there's... I don't know. I don't understand. I don't understand the butt tightness when it comes to that sort of thing. That's exactly the weapon I'm working on, and the level is... it's driving me crazy. It's too long. Well, I mean, you know, there are some pretty fast ways to level up weapons. A few low-impact, easy ones would be moon missions. This first moon mission is great. There's basically, if you go to the first section where the Eye of Savathun is, you just don't shoot the eye, don't stand on the totems. You have an infinite number of Thrall and Knights and Hive that will just continually spawn. So you can just sit in there forever and farm up your weapons. There's another moon mission, I think. It's the one where you go deep into like the crypt and you get the cryptoglyph. After you grab that cryptoglyph, you just don't cross the bridge and you have infinite Shadow Thrall you can farm.
Like a rot on your planet. One that
If you don't want to do that, I mean, of course, Shurochi is always a thing, but gosh, Shurochi is so boring. It's so boring. All of it is boring. But there's a story mission on Neomuna that you can run that basically gets you a level every every minute or two. Maybe I'll show you that towards the end of the stream. It's a great place to go and just, you don't want to have to deal with other players or anything like that. It's a great place for you to just go and be able to farm up real quick. And because it's a story mission, it gives you a free rally flag. It's just a little 30-second run through an area. You murk a bunch of enemies. You don't kill the boss at the end, and then you just die. Let them kill you, and it restarts you at the front of the area. Whew. This is the most brain-dead build. I love it. Spawn threadlings, shoot, osteo. Wait. Yo, Prometheus, what's up, brother? How have you been, man? So good. This LMG is so good with Bricks from Beyond. That's something I hope that they bring back. I hope they bring back the Bricks from Beyond and weapon channeling, like, focus every season, but they just change out the element. So Bricks from Beyond is always going to be an artifact mod, and then, like, the weapon channeling just changes to Arc or Void or something like that. It's so good right now. You can basically just use an LMG forever. Look how fast this thing reloads. Loving it. Doing the osteo bug that does infinite poison damage? Not yet. I am leveling up a... I'm leveling up a, another retrofit. My third retrofit. Basically for that purpose.
Why not use it more often? With an advantage like this, we could take apart the Black Fleet from the inside.
Rending the fabric of space-time is no mean feat, and one that saps my energy terribly. It is not an effort I can maintain.
Yeah. And because you're using a heavy weapon with this build, you're generating orbs of light at a ridiculous rate. Get out of here. Taking this. I keep getting that bug where I don't get strand meditations. Ooh. Yeah, I got a lot of that done back when you could still farm, when you could still farm the terminal overrides. Ain't nobody got time for that nonsense. Your subclass maxed out on Warlock? Yes. Stop running underneath me. Give me an orb. Just one orb so that I can get my easy cheesy woven mail. Just ignore damage.
I sense a thinning in the barrier between worlds. Your re-entry point lies just ahead. As your intuition sharpens...
Or, you know, give us a weapon booster on Ghost. It's crazy to me that that's not a thing. That should just be mixed in with the basic EXP boosts. Teammate. Totally didn't do that just so that I got an overshield so I could survive there. No, no, no. I'm very magnanimous. I wanted to save you, teammate. Oops. My own little personal orb and volatile machine. Oh gosh, and when volatile used to be able to trigger based on damage thresholds, this thing was so ridiculous last season. Honestly, I miss it. I miss the sheer power and cheese of the retrofit. Oh, couldn't get it in time. Thank you, sir. Day late, dollar short. Still. Gotta admit, this is a pretty fun build. I've not been able to do a Defiant Battlegrounds. I'm 1777. Oh, you should be able to do them then.
Like ours, there's no fortress we can't break. As long as we stick together, we'll be unstoppable.
Unfortunately, this may also be true.
Just
for the
matchmake
witness.
and
No doubt it relies
stick
on
behind your
its
teammates.
symbols, just as the traveler relies on its guardians.
Here we go. On this man's Rufus. Oh, he's got the crafted one. You lucky son of a gun. Recon target lock, not bad. Yeah, I like Defiant Battlegrounds. I think they're decent. I think they last just long enough that they, you know, they feel like fun content, but they don't stick around too long like certain strikes. Like Hash Lapoon. That strike lasts too long. Pop up, girl. Do it. I can see them rolling some of these into the strike playlist. Oh yeah, I think that's the goal. That's what they've. That's generally what they've done with the last couple seasons worth of Battlegrounds, and I think that's fine. Nice. Get poisoned. You know what? Don't tolerate that. Stop it. Oh, my threadlings. I yoinked it from the man. Nope, mine. All right. Oh, he hit him with a weakened grenade. Tether.
A basket of small, dark fruit waits at the farm for those rescued today.
Hey, another raconteur. Are there any decent raconteur rolls?
It's sweet.
And do they stand up in the face of Vergless Curve? Because, like, that thing is the ultimate stasis bow.
Yes. Reese had something similar. These are a gift from Markel.
I guess if you don't want to use up an exotic slot. His armor. What is that? Oh, Wormhusk. That is an awesome, awesome ornament for Wormhusk. What is that? Acolyte's Ambition. And bringing it back. Wearing his Iron Banner set. He's a PvP lort. After going in under level, I got traumatized. So I never went back. So when Amanda died, I didn't get to reach that part of the story. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Nikki. Gotta drag you through it. This. That's another thing they need to do. Speaking of weapon XP, I mean, look at this. 2 battlegrounds on level 2. They should probably bump up the experience you get for completing these. I would not be opposed to that sort of thing. Archer's tempo and explosive. Yeah, so the basic bow build, that makes sense. How many engrams do we have? 13 at the war table. Let's see if, I got about another half hour in me. Let's see if we can actually get a deep sight shotty this time, because man, am I lacking in those. I needs me that Imperial Decree. John finished up his last week. I'm a little jealous. Yeah, I'm a 2 out of 5. Gross. Yo, Optic, good to see you, man. How's it going? Oh, great. Must have somebody loading in. None of the enemies are here. Guess I'll just sit here and wait. I'll do the right neighborly thing and patiently wait for them to load in. Wonder if you can activate the portal before they load in. I guess we're about to find out. Oh, never mind. I'm wrong. It just loaded us into one that was already in progress, and for some reason didn't spawn us into the, it didn't spawn us into the, Ascendant Realm. My bad. Oh, because he hadn't gotten past the first checkpoint. A raconteur with, Headless kind of does what Vergless does, but like a little bit less. Oh, there's still value in that. There is. Get some of the same benefit without having to use the exotic slot. It's like Arc Jolt on a bow. Good. But at the same time, you're sitting there like, yeah, but I have Trinity Ghoul for this. Oh, now it pulls us in. Got to the ogre. Oh, it doesn't look like he needs any help. This man's freezing everything. Oh, and with Winter's bite. He's a cheeky boy. Spawn me more. Gotta make more orbs. Bodied. I love this LMG so much. So much fun to use right now. I'm gonna miss Volatile Flow when it's gone. easy money. Everything was one-shotting me. Yeah, running some of this content is rough when you're under level, especially like in early Neo Muna. The delta scaling in there is so crazy, even now. On one hand, I kind of like it. I think the currently active planet should be, should have a power descaler on it. But man, it feels a little excessive on Neo Muna, especially when they throw stuff like, oh good lord, we're about to get nope, 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 nope. Scorpius turrets and, oh well, I guess we're gonna get warped in because he couldn't hold back. Couldn't hold himself back, just went in and had to nut. But between Scorpius turrets and Threshers, good lord. Get lifted. Alright, gentlemen. I have reached that unfortunate time in which I have run out of heavy ammo. I need y'all to give it back. Or else the grenade launcher doesn't go away. And honestly, I'm fine with the grenade launcher not going away. This thing puts in work. God, this build has just so much synchronicity. Watch this. Poison. Just throw one melee and poison everything. Thank you. Just here to grab my orb. Yeah, between the thread explosions and the unraveling and then Volatile doing its thing, there's so many different ways to just explode stuff. I love it. Why did they suddenly make Threshers OP? I don't know. I don't know who at Bungie decided to tune the damage on those things. Maybe they got tired of them being basically jokes for the last 5 years. They're like, you know what? We're gonna turn Threshers into hand banana tonight. You. Not just Threshers though. Scorpius turrets are arguably even worse. Threshers will one-shot you. Scorpius turrets will focus on you and then just never stop firing. They get that easy lock-on and then just fire forever. What's your favorite build this season? Oh, that's tough. That is, that's difficult. I'm having a lot of fun. Oh boy. I've made like 6. I've got builds for solar. There's a lot of really good solar builds. There's the tried and true Starfire, which I've been using for like seems like 4 or 5 years now. It just keeps getting stronger. I've got a Scorch based build, which you guys got to see me play with mostly yesterday. Very, very fun. Basically get to have infinite Radiant, infinite Scorch, light entire rooms of enemies on fire. It's actually very good for Master and Legend content, because Scorch does static damage to enemies. So like, it doesn't matter what content you're in, it'll always do the same amount of damage. And that amount of damage is ginormous when you wear stuff like Dawn Course. It's huge. You can go into a Master Lost sector, you know, and be 20 light under and just keep throwing firebolt grenades at enemies, and it'll do like 20,000 damage a detonation. It's absolutely ridiculous. I have a lot of fun with that. Honestly, Void... Well, hold on, before we get to that. Stasis. Stasis is still GOAT tier for Warlock, for ad control and all of that. If you're in content where you're severely under-leveled as a Warlock, go in with Stasis. Ozymancy gloves just allow you to shut down entire rooms of enemies indefinitely. Like, to the point where they have absolutely no choice. You don't need to worry about champion mods or anything, because Stasis turns off every champion in the game. I would say, when it comes to ranking, I think Stasis is the second best Warlock build overall. When it comes to Strand, Strand's a lot of fun. You're seeing some of the synchronicity you can have here with Strand. Like I said earlier in the stream, I think Strand is weakest on Warlocks. It's strongest on Hunters and Titans. But it's still a lot of fun. And the way it mixed with Necrotic Grips and Osteostriga gives you a lot of utility in most content. But if I were to have to pick a favorite, it would definitely be Void Warlock. Void Warlock is just so consistently good. It's consistently good at everything. Void Warlock does massive damage with its super. It does super level damage with its Void Grenades, Vortex Nades. You mix that with Nezarec Sin or Verity's Brow, you basically have a pocket super that recharges itself. You want to be cheeky with it, you can go Controverse Hold, so that you're getting grenade energy back even faster by landing those Vortex Grenade hits. And then being able to activate Devour off of your grenade hits, or just by picking up Orbs of Light. Devour is it's one of the strongest heals in the game, basically taking you back to full health anytime you get a kill, and then resetting its rank, its timer. It's arguably better than Restoration times 2, and you have infinite of it with Void Warlock. You mix that in with the damage reduction of stuff like Repulsor Brace, and then I haven't even mentioned it yet. Volatile rounds. Void Warlock is just so ridiculously good at absolutely everything. And with the Void Warlock builds we have right now, throwing your grenades out and generating all of these orbs and void fissures and stuff like that makes it so that you get your super really quickly as well. And when you got your super, you know, you can just toss out Vortex or Cataclysm Nova Bombs non-stop. Yeah, if I had to pick a favorite right now, it would definitely be Void Warlocks. They're so good. They're so good at everything. For generic content, they work really well. For higher end content like Legend and Master content or Grandmasters, they work really well. It's hard for me to make an argument against Void Warlock. It's definitely my favorite right now. With Stasis Warlock coming in a very close second. The Stasis Warlock basically does what Void Warlock does, but not as well. It's just not as well. It's without the heals. You get great armor with Stasis, but you don't get the constant heals that Void Warlock does. I don't have Ozymancy. Never got it. Oh, girl, you got to go run some Lost Sectors, baby. It is worthwhile.
Trusting the House of Lights to guard our people. I'm not used to it. I still trade fire with the Fallen every day. So
much has changed lately. I feel like I've missed out not being in the city.
You are not alone. Many do not accept our house yet. But that will not stop us from aiding when we can.
Let's see how many orbs I generated. Oh, only 27 this time. Usually closer to 80. Your boy is slacking. I am slack-a-lackin'. Thing I love now is that Star Eater's Golden Gun can get up to 800k damage with 2 kinetic surges on. Absolutely, it's good stuff. Yo, you follow the Dan school of thought with glaives? Glaives are super good right now, too. Those gloves are that nutty? Oh, absolutely. 100% are Gustav. Oh, guess I need to unlock stasis from our warlock. Dude, yeah, you should probably... I mean, whew, if you haven't unlocked it yet, you still got to go through all of the LC Bray stuff. Oh, that's painful. That was a long slog. It's worth it, though. Stasis is definitely top tier on Warlock. It's probably one of the easiest. It's probably one of the things that makes running Grandmasters the absolute easiest. One of the biggest benefits of it is literally just you don't have to tolerate any nonsense from any champion at any point in time. Listen, anti-barrier steps up, doesn't matter. Unstoppable Ogre comes rushing down the beeline for your booty, doesn't matter. Overload Captain's being a cheeky little cunt, trying to teleport non-stop and get his health back, doesn't matter. With Ozyomancy and Stasis, you just sit back and shut all of that down instantaneously. It's great. By the way, closing in on 50 live viewers over on Rumble. Nice to see y'all. Good afternoon to you. Welcome to the channel. My name is the Black Lincoln. We do some mild video game trolling here. Mild trolling. Just a small amount. Just enough. Strand Titan, I just go principal mode on champs. You go principal mode. Yeah, I mean, Strand Titan is ridiculous. You're just a big ape. Doing big ape things. It's the same thing for Hunter. Strand, Hunter, and Titan are just so good.
But we cannot allow ourselves to be distracted.
No chance of that, Queen Mara. There's too many civilians counting on us. Besides, Amanda would never have allowed it.
We all know what the number one build right now is. It's Starfire Warlock with Well, 100%. There's still some slight survivability issues with Starfire, but it's been made a lot easier now that we have, what is it, Ember of Mercy or whatever, that makes it so grenade kills start healing for you. Yeah, Starfire Warlock is definitely the most powerful build in the game. But its utility is a little limited. It's good for heavy content where you're going to be facing a lot of boss level enemies. But for like general content, not the most fun thing to play. There are some better options out there. But there's no doubting that in terms of just raw damage, it is the most powerful build in the game. Like, once you get the Wither Horde timing down, and you've got yourself a decent demolitionist or auto-loading bolster rocket launcher with explosive light, oof, it's just so powerful. One of the reasons why you should go focus your engrams at Shax. I think that's one of the combinations you can get on the blowout. You can get demolitionist and like either explosive light or some other damage boosting perk like frenzy. Rip. Cure nades are legit a free get out of jail free card. Oh, absolutely, man. It was definitely a needed change. It's worth its slot for for solar fragments. Orb. Let me touch that real quick. Thank you. Don't mind me, just getting a little bit of woven mail. It got blocked by my orb. Mad about it. Give me my backup orb. No, mine. I killed that thrall. Like, did you guys see the video I put out about Callus? Casually body bagging Callus by just going Hambo with Starfire Protocol. It's up on my YouTube channel. I think it's also mirrored over on Rumble. Might have to go back a couple videos to find it though, because it was like the first day of of Lightfall. Like everybody was posting videos about how hard Callus is on Legend difficulty and all that kind of stuff. And I was like, oh well. Here's me casually body bagging him in like 2 minutes by just ignoring absolutely everything and throwing grenades at him. Oh, it's so stupidly good. Stop it. No, my orbs! The orbs! Now we gotta wait for the sad thrall to pop up. Popped from the wrong side. Stop eager edging your team, teammate. Dude, I did that on Strand Hunter. And I had 2 Tormentors up and still bodied Callus, but them Tormentors are scary solo. They aren't when you have a well. That was it. You just take out your what you don't really need to even use a well for the first section. You can. You'll probably have your super up by the time, you know, the second part of the fight comes up. You just sit in a rift. Throw grenades at him. Erase his health before the Tormentors even get to you. It really made me appreciate Warlock and when I was running through the story on my alts. When I was running it on Hunter and Titan, because it was so much harder. It was so much harder on Hunter and Titan. I couldn't just sit there and cheese. You dick. Did you see what that man did? Overload hit me with the stasis grenade as I'm jumping across the gap. Stasis grenade, of course, shuts down your lift. I just fall to my death. How sad. I appreciate your wolf helmet. If you're like me and you're a closeted pyromaniac, barrage, hunter, proximity knife, knock him down, gunshot, gamble, torches, searing, and smooth Empyrean. Healing nades, and either Calibans or Ophidian Spathe. Yeah, dude, there's a lot of good solar hunter builds right now. In PvP, one of the most annoying ones is just constant tripwire spam. Which I'm guilty of, by the way. I did it in Trials a week or so ago. I was one of those scumbags, and I don't apologize. One of my favorite Titan builds right now is a Scorch-based Titan build. You don't even need to use Ashen Wake, but Ashen Wake will basically make you unkillable. But you can just sit back with a Hollow Fire Heart, or a good Hearthfire if you've got it. But with sun, you can just create infinite sunspots, have infinite melees, and basically infinite firebolts, and just ignite entire rooms non-stop while being completely unkillable. I should make a quick video on that. That's a lot of fun. Aw, I ate my grenade for no reason. Oh, I missed. Alright, next group is the Colossus group, right? Who else cheese callus? Oh, just me? Carry on. None of... Oh, you mean under the bridge? I wound up doing that for my hunter. Ain't no shame. Record book still shows a dub. Poison, everybody. Woven mail and volatile. I can explode the entire room. If you haven't crafted a retrofit escapade, hopefully you got the deep side for it last season. This thing is so worthwhile. For a rapid fire LMG, it is surprisingly stable. Granted, I do have Zen Moment on this, which is making it a lot easier to control. But even without it, it's pretty easy to work with. I usually use one. My favorite crafted one is a fourth time's the charm, target lock roll, the old cheese roll. But even without Zen Moment, it doesn't really need it. It's still super stable. Grab the items, boys. Thick, bubbly nut. Oh my. What an impressive name. A thick, bubbly nut. When your nut is bubbly, I don't know if that's a sign of something good or something bad. Maybe she'll like it. Oh, my threadlings. Thank you. Don't worry, I got the champion. Oh, we talking trip mines? We're talking trip mines, baby. Those things are disgusting in PvP, and they're so annoying, and I am absolutely 100% guilty of abusing them.
Legion forces are marshalling in the hangar bay.
Yo, White Dire Wolf over on YouTube. How you doing, man? Good to see you.
Get our people out, the better. Gunships are closing.
I hope you're well.
You're in the thick of it now, Guardian. Miles above the earth and surrounded. Just as you prefer it, I imagine.
Oh, absolutely. Here to fight. Get lifted. You're mad at him now, you must not have been around when hunters had 2 of those, 2 knives, and could stick them everywhere. Oh, I existed during that time. I've been here since the old times. When it was not solar hunters that ruined PvP, but arc hunters with blade dance. And the best subclass neutral setup PvP had ever seen. Remember when Arc Hunters had built-in quick draw? Because Bungie thought that was fair. I remember the dark times. Ironically, also the best times for at least Destiny 1's PvP. It was never better than Year 1 House of Wolves era PvP. Oh, TBL, have a level 15 summoner in Final Fantasy 14 and join the free trial? That's my dog. Get through it. I'm even loath to call it a free trial because you get so much. It's not like, oh yeah, you get to play until level 20. And if you're not hooked by then, well, you got to pay money. They literally give you on their free to play periods. They give you like up till 60, level 60, and like the first 3 or 4 DLCs. They figure if you're not hooked after that, well, maybe you're not meant to play MMOs. I'm glad you're enjoying though. Summoner's a good class. Run away. Love being able to stick trips on opponents. They should honestly bring that back. Well, actually, maybe they shouldn't. With how much aim assist they give to hunter throwable things, maybe they shouldn't bring it back. Because it'd be too much of a guaranteed kill. Like right now, heavy knife is an easy guaranteed kill. You get so much aim assist on it. It's ridiculous. And imagining that with trip mines. Oh no. Yeah, when you have a one-shot kill grenade. Oh no, I got frozen! He slowed me down. Rude. Yeah, because trip mines are the only grenades that are one-shot kill, right? You can technically make magnetic grenades one-shot kill with Warlock and like Verity's Brow, but it takes a lot of setup. You basically have to go get a kill with a void weapon, which isn't hard in and of itself. But then during that I think it takes, 2 kills? But during that empowered period, then you can land a magnetic grenade on a target, and it should one-shot kill them. But you only basically get one of those. Titans used to be able to one-shot kill with Ashen Wake, I think, and fusion nades. But that took setup too. Like you had to get Roaring Flame ×3 and like one other buff active. But then you could just run around. Insta throwing fusion nades at your targets. And getting easy instant detonations. That build was a lot of fun. But they nerfed it a bit. I think they nerfed the amount of damage fusion nades do. And they made it so that burn damage can't result in a kill in PvP. It'll only take you down to 1 HP. It won't secure the kill for you. Which is weak. Bring me back the vaunted days of Thorn Firebolt stacking. Let me just go ahead and trigger a nightmare in every old school Destiny fan's psyche right now. You start an engagement. You hear those shots of Thorn go off. You get hit by one. You dodge another, but you get hit by a third. You go to take cover and wait out the burn, and then you see it. A lowly firebolt lazily making its way towards you. It's like, well, I've done all I can do. Oh, did I not pick it up? Cringe. I hate that. When the moat falls just far enough away from you that it doesn't count as a pickup. Food is a drug and you are an addict. I mean, for some it's junk and for you it's cheesecake. I don't like cheesecake though. I don't eat cheesecake. That is my least favorite type. Well, maybe not my least favorite type of cake, but I definitely don't like cheesecake. I can't remember the last time I took a bite of cheesecake. No. My dessert vice is ice cream. That is my food drug. Give me my moat, thank you. Wait, did I still not pick it up? What is this cringe? Oh, no, I did. Okay, cool. It just didn't give me the buff. Toss it, teammate. Toss it. Toss it. Toss it. Toss it. You don't need to get that close. It's got auto aim on it. Whew. Nah, blink stabbing. You're welcome. Oh, God, that was good, too. Back when hunters could blink. And by the way, again, I was talking about Arc Blade, having the old blade dance back in D1. Arc hunters also had blink, which made it super duper cheesy. God. OG Arc subclass for hunters was just so good for PvP. There was nothing else like it. Every tool you needed to just be a god of the Crucible. Stop it, Scions. Bonk. That's another reason why Strand Warlock is worse than Strand Hunter and Strand Titan. The super is nowhere near as good. Nowhere near as good. It's decent damage, not good damage.
I have many feelings inside. So many.
That is a green-ass wolf.
To bursting.
Nicely done. Alright, I think that's enough battlegrounds. Let's go toss out some engrams. Call it a day. I still gotta do that quest. I'll remind myself to do it before the end of the week. Really? Ice cream? Oh, yes, girl. I will lick some ice cream off some nipples. Absolutely. That is my dessert vice. I don't do cheesecake. I don't do pie. Well, a certain type of pie. But ice cream. Ice cream is my jam. You can give me a banana split, and I'll give you a banana split. Any day of the week. Surplus Pugilist, not a great roll for a bow. Generally, you're not getting close enough to enemies to put hands on them. I gave you the DQ special? Oh, absolutely. Dick quickly. Hey, a bond. Is it 1810? It is. Alright. Dang. Look at that recovery stat. 28 recovery, 16 discipline. That's actually not bad. I could probably make that work. I need to... Well, you know what? No, because we've already got a decent artifice piece of gear. I shall not fall for the trap of non-artifice gear. Envious Assassin. Bolt shot. That's not bad. Proximity, countermass. It's got quick launch. I'd want proximity or what do they call it now? The old blinding nades. Envious and volt shot's not a bad combination. Don't do that. Alright, so all those battlegrounds got me to weapon level 4. Can you see why people just go and do Shurochi, or just go to the moon and sit on the mission for like 30 minutes? Because it takes like 30 minutes to an hour to level up a weapon to 17 or 17 or 18, which is when you start, you know, getting to the final perk unlocks. When you can run the premier seasonal activity. Only 4 levels for all those battlegrounds we just ran. Bungie's got to rework this thing. They got to rework weapon XP, which thankfully they are next season. Wonder why they gave us so many extra upgrades when, you know, only had a few of these things. All right, so time for the vaunted. Oops, didn't mean to press that, but it gave me a deep sight Imperial Decree. Excellent. That's what we're looking for. We are trying to get our hands on at least 3 more deep sight Imperial Decrees so that we can craft that thing. For those who don't know, the Imperial Decree is a top tier PvP shotgun. It's probably one of the better shotguns you can get right now. It is comparable to Astral Horizon, which is the trial shotty, except it's better. It has better base stats than Astral, and the stat thresholds you can reach through crafting are just a wee bit better than the absolute height that you can get with a God-rolled Adept Astral Horizon with like Adept range. Definitely a worthwhile pick, and you can only get it right now. If you didn't unlock the deep sight blueprint for it last season, it's only available here at the Warhelm. You got to go into focusing, and right here in recovered Leviathan weapons. And you actually have, well, you're supposed to have a pretty decent shot of getting Imperial Decrees, because there's only 2 possible weapons that can come from this engram. You can either get the Imperial Decree shotgun, which is what we're going for, or a sword, based on your current class. And thankfully, Defiant Engrams, which you use to focus, it takes 2 Defiant Engrams and 1,000 Glimmer to focus farm one of these these weapons. And Defiant Engrams, as you just saw, we just ran a couple of Defiant Battlegrounds, got 23 of the damn things. You get so many Defiant Engrams once you've unlocked all the perks, or all the perk upgrades over here. It makes it a really efficient farm, so let's see if we get any more. Death's Razor. You know what? I'm going to wait. I'm going to let the RNG reset itself, because when we ended our streams last week, our last stream last week, we went 6 swords in a row. And I don't want that to happen again. Oh my goodness. Stop it, Bungie. Bungie, stop it. This is not what we're here for. Okay. 2 deep sights this roll. I'll take it. We need 1 more deep sight. 1 more deep sight Imperial Decree. And I am finished with this. Is Bungie gonna be nice? I've got 11 more Defiant Engrams, so that's about 5 more focuses. Y'all, pray for me. Cross your fingers. Do it. Go behead a chicken in a circle, assault circle. Whatever you gotta do. Never mind, don't behead the chicken. Pet the chicken. Chickens are nice. But whatever you gotta do to send me good juju. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. We got 2 more. 4. Oh boy. 5. Cringe, Bungie. Wait, hold on. Oh, we have 1 chance. We've got 1 chance, baby. It's all coming down to a prayer and a dream. We've got 1 more Defiant Engram as a reward. But I think when you grab this, it picks it up as an actual drop. So, like, we have even less of a chance of getting anything that we want here. But we're going to do it. Gross. So close. I won't complain though, because we got 2 deep sights there. That takes us to 4 out of 5. Let's see what we get on this. Rifled barrel, smoothbore. Smoothbore's definitely worthwhile on Imperial Decree. Normally it's a garbage shotgun perk, but on aggressive frames, and only aggressive frames, smoothbore's pretty good. Assault mag, tactical mag, both those are alright. Auto-loading snapshot sights. Not the best, but we will take that deep sight off of it. Generally, you're looking for something like any kind of range masterwork, opening shot, threat detector's really, really good, and rifled or smoothbore. Or actually, full choke would work too. For this particular type of shotgun, because it tightens that pellet spread. Threat detector surrounded. That's decent for PvE, but who's using this thing in PvE? This one we got rifled, corkscrew, accurized rounds, definitely good. Range masterwork, definitely good. Stats for all, shot swap. Why is shot swap even on this? But again, I'll take that deep sight. That's got us at 4 out of 5, baby. Honestly, way better than I thought it would be. I didn't think we'd get 1 deep sight over the course of this, much less 2. I'll take it. Was surrounded. And it's not that the Death Razor is a bad sword, but there are better sword options out there. There's 1 or 2 decent options for this thing. This would be one of them. Tireless Blade, destabilizing rounds, works pretty well if you want to just kind of mix this with the artifact mod, Bricks from Beyond, and Void weapon channeling, so that you can basically just have infinite sword ammo wherever you are, and you're just constantly popping off destabilizing rounds, so you're getting volatile kills with your sword everywhere. But again, there are better sword options for that. If you've got an old falling guillotine, it's a better sword almost in every way. This is also decent. Duelist Trance and Vorpal weapon. Again, you can mix Vorpal weapon with a myriad of things to do big damage to a lot of the different boss and ultra level enemies in the game. Duelist Trance is definitely a top tier sword perk as well, but again, better sword options out there. Well, alright, this has actually been more of a productive stream than I would have anticipated. I've got 2 more deep sights to my name when it comes to the Imperial Decree shoddy. We are just a mere 1 away, and we have our goated shotgun. Our goated PvP shotgun for the season. If you're somebody who never got a decent Matador 64 and you can't stand the thought of farming that ogre anymore because the drop rate on it is just so bad. The drop rate on it's supposed to be a third. You're supposed to have like a 33% chance of getting it. But like, oh god. Me and Jonathan, we went and farmed it for like an hour or 2. Doing little, 3-minute runs of the boss. I think the number of shotties we got was like 1 or 2 apiece. It was awful. Just awful drop rate. And then, getting the roll that you want. Your chances of that are even lower. So a much better PvP shotgun option is going to be the Imperial Decree. Would absolutely recommend everybody out there go and farm it up now, because it's definitely worth your while. But alright everybody, that is going to be it for today's live stream. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. It's been a ton of fun. I am really enjoying being back in the live streaming game. Special shout out to our audience over on Rumble. We are a hop, skip, and a jump away from 70 people. I don't know why you people are here watching me, but I'm happy that you made it in time. My name, of course, is The Black Link. For those of you who are new to the channel, we do a lot of gaming live streams. Been a YouTuber for quite some time, been on Rumble for quite some time as well, but finally getting back into the habit of streaming more regularly. Play a variety of games. We do a lot of Destiny 2, a lot of Division 2, and a lot of Call of Duty and stuff like that. So that's the kind of thing you can expect to see here. My general streaming schedule is usually Tuesday through Thursday at around noon. It used to start at 11, but we pushed it to noon since Bungie moved their reset time up by an hour a couple years back, and it just makes it a little easier to play and get into new content then and there. We might be expanding that streaming schedule a little bit more, maybe Monday through Friday. Really depends on whether or not I've got crazy amounts of adult work to do during the morning. But either way, make sure you follow the channel. Make sure you subscribe over on YouTube. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. It's been a ton of fun. I will be back with more live streams next week. We've got a huge event going on in Division 2 right now, so I'm probably going to be streaming quite a bit of that. But that's it for this one. I love your faces. We'll catch you all in the next one. All the refollows, all the channel members, all the Rumble ranters and all of that, I love your faces. We'll see you in the next one. As always, I am the Black Link. Guardians, stay frosty. We'll see ya. Yo, before I go, I hate flat buns. I was working on an upgraded version of my Strand build here, which is basically just upgraded necrotics. Things, the usual. You can take a quick look at what we've got here. Basically revolves around getting the necrotic grip poison up with Osteostriga, and then generally swapping over to a heavy weapon with Vorpal and just blowing everything away. That keeps the Vorpal chain keeps the poison going even though you're not using Osteo. It's a little crazy. And also, or you can just use a Void heavy weapon like I was using Corrective Measure here to mix in with Bricks from Beyond and Void weapon channeling on the artifact, so that you basically have infinite explosions everywhere from Volatile, basically infinite Woven Mail, so you're really hard to kill and you're spreading poison every step of the way. Nope, they still haven't patched that yet. Still works just fine. Works with Incandescent too. So definitely go and take advantage of that. But alright everybody, I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one.